Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. I'm doing well apart from being a little bit under the weather, as you can probably tell by my very croaky voice. So please bear with me in this video. So the other day a friend of mine said to me, Antoinette, I think it would be really interesting if you made a video talking about things you hate about living in Germany. And my first reaction was, no way, I can't make a video like this. My subscribers will be super angry with me. And to be honest, there's not really anything I hate about Germany. And over the next few days, I kind of thought about it a little bit more, and I realized, yeah, there are actually a few things that I hate about Germany. I know some of you are going to be angry at me for talking about these things, and I know that I'm going to get comments like, oh, if you hate these things so much, then why don't you just move back home to New Zealand? And my answer to that is, I don't want to do that because I love Germany, and just because I hate a few little things in Germany, it doesn't mean I hate Germany. Quite the opposite, actually. Okay, guys, so one of the things I hate about Germany is the hard water here. So I know that not all of Germany have water as hard as where I live in Franconia, but in general the water in Germany is very, very hard compared to other countries. Compared to New Zealand, the water here is very, very hard, and this was quite difficult for me to get used to when I first moved to Germany, and it's still something that I struggle with living here. So the water here in Germany is filled with a lot of calcium, magnesium and various other minerals which make the water very hard. So the overall quality of the water here in Germany is very high. It's very good quality water. It is absolutely fine to drink. I know that most Germans actually don't drink the tap water, but the water is fine to drink. It's not going to make you sick. It's perfectly okay. But having such hard water causes a lot of other problems. And one thing that I noticed coming from New Zealand, where we have very soft water, is that the water in Germany made my hair feel so different. I noticed my hair was not as soft. I noticed that it wasn't as shiny. It was almost a little bit dull. And I naturally have very, very shiny hair. My mum, although she loves Germany, she hates the way the German water makes her hair look and feel. And my sister noticed that straight away when she had a shower in Germany. The hard water in Germany also makes it really hard to lather up your shampoo and your body wash so you don't get those nice bubbles. And I also have noticed that my skin has been a lot drier since living in Germany. Also, having hard water is really tough on your appliances like your washing machine, coffee machines, things like that. Like all of the calc, this kind of like chalky white calc gets like stuck in your appliances. Also, I've noticed the hard water causes clothes to fade a lot quicker than when you wash with softer water. And I noticed like this build up, this white kind of chalky calc build up around my shower and in my kitchen. Wherever there's water, you'll get this build up here in Germany, and it's very, very hard to remove. So it just annoys me, and I just hate the hard water here. So in the new house that we're building, we're actually getting a water purifier, so hopefully that will make a difference. Okay guys, another thing that I hate about Germany are the big square pillows, and these are considered the standard pillow size in Germany. So it is very, very common. You will see these big square pillows on a bed in a German home, and I can't deal with them. I cannot handle these big square pillows. I've talked about this in a video a long time ago, but more recently I stayed in a hotel in Dresden, which Dresden is an amazing city, but oh my god, the pillows in that hotel, I had the worst night of my life. I barely got a wink of sleep because I just could not get comfortable. I just wasn't used to these pillows because I've avoided these pillows in Germany at all costs. I remember when I first came to Germany sleeping on them at my in-laws' house, and I just could not get comfortable. I couldn't. I tried to fold the pillow over so it was the size of like a regular size pillow, what I would call a regular size pillow, and it was just too big and bulky, and I wasn't used to it and I couldn't get comfortable. And I know this is just like a personal preference, and most Germans watching this probably think that the kind of long oval shaped pillows are super uncomfortable. I don't know, because you guys are probably used to the square shaped pillows, but for me, I'm not used to the square shaped pillows, and I hate them. I can't handle them. And at the end of the day, it's just a personal preference. It's what you are used to. And I know a lot of Germans who hate the way we make our beds in New Zealand, how you like tuck the bottom of the sheet in and you can't like move your feet. I've heard Germans say that they can't stand this, and I can't stand the big square pillows. Okay guys, so another thing that I hate about Germany are the amount of mosquitoes during the summer months. And this is something I have only recently noticed. Like in the last 3 years, I would say I have noticed a huge increase in mosquitoes during the summertime. I don't know why this is. Is it because of climate change, or is it just the area of Germany where I am from? I live in a wine region, maybe that has something to do with it. But I really noticed the increase in mosquitoes during the really hot months here in Germany. Like when it got up to about 40 degrees Celsius, like it reached a high of 40 degrees, that's when the mosquitoes were just like insane. One night during summer, I decided to open the door a little bit to let some of the fresh air come in, because it had been a really hot day and it was starting to cool down a little bit in the evening. So I opened the door. Huge mistake, because that night my whole family, we were bitten from head to toe. We were absolutely covered in the itchiest mosquito bites you could ever imagine. I was like, where the hell did these mosquitoes come from? Why are there so many? Why am I absolutely covered in mosquito bites? And that night I noticed that the top of my roof inside was absolutely like riddled with mosquitoes. So I got my fly swat and I was trying to like get all of the mosquitoes, and I don't like killing insects. I do not like that at all, but these mosquitoes were making our life a living hell. And so every single mosquito that I caught, it just like squirted with blood, like our blood. Honestly, for about a week, my family and I were just so excruciatingly itchy. I was just like itching these bites until they bled. I know you're not meant to do that, but that's just how itchy I was. And it wasn't just us. I noticed so many people absolutely covered in itchy bites. So I don't know why this is happening in Germany. I have never in my life, like living in New Zealand, experienced this many itchy bites. So yeah, maybe somebody has an explanation for why there are so many damn mosquitoes here in Germany. Okay guys, so another thing that I hate about Germany is their deodorant. The deodorant here does not work. It simply does not work properly. And I realized this when I first moved to Germany and I switched to a German deodorant, and I found that I was getting really like wet under my arms, and it just wasn't keeping me as dry as my regular deodorant. And I noticed I was sweating a lot more, and I thought it was just this particular brand of deodorant because I'd switched brands. And then I actually switched to the brand of deodorant that I was using in New Zealand, the exact same brand, but I bought this one in Germany and it did not work. So I was thinking, like, maybe it's something to do with my hormones. Maybe I had like a hormone switch and this is why I'm like sweating more or something. And so I just kind of like gave it a chance and it still wouldn't work. And so I tried a different brand of deodorant. The same thing, exactly the same thing happened. It just was not keeping me as dry as I was used to. I like my armpits to feel nice and dry at all times. I don't like to sweat at all, and it was just frustrating me so much. So I went to Google and did a little bit of research. So what I found out was actually super interesting. The reason why the deodorants here in Germany don't work, for me at least, is because they don't contain any aluminium or aluminum, however you want to pronounce that. Aluminium is what blocks out the sweating, but also aluminium is extremely bad for you. It can cause cancer apparently, and it's just not a good ingredient to have in your deodorant. And so Germany put their foot down and decided, no, we're not going to have aluminium, and if we do have it, we're only going to have tiny little traces of it in our deodorant. This is actually a really good thing. But the problem is the deodorants don't work. Like they don't work. And maybe they work if you're used to them. Like I feel like maybe your body has to get used to the deodorants here for them to work. But for me, none of them worked. So I actually eventually found a brand of deodorant here that works, and it is Rexona, and I'm pretty sure it does have small traces of aluminium in it, which is not ideal, obviously. And you know, I have to admit, I really shouldn't be using this type of deodorant because it's not good for me. but I hate the feeling of having sweaty armpits. I've talked to other expat friends about this issue and they agree with me. The deodorants here, they just don't work as well as the deodorants back in their homeland. Actually, a friend of mine here in Germany, who was actually my neighbour, she made me a homemade deodorant which she actually swears by, and it's with like baking soda and coconut oil and essential oils. I'm not quite sure exactly what she put in, but she swears by this deodorant. And I really wanted this to work for me, but it just didn't really work for me, and I think it's because my body wasn't used to it. I think I really need to give it a chance, but it just didn't work. And I was so gutted about it. I really wanted this to work. So I have reverted back to using deodorant with aluminium, which I shouldn't do, but it's the only thing that keeps me dry. So if any of you out there have some tips for deodorant that works here in Germany that doesn't have aluminium in it, please let me know. I would love to find out, because I hate the deodorants here in Germany, except for this one brand that I found that works pretty well, but the rest of them, I hate them. Okay guys, another thing that I hate about Germany is the price of getting your driver's license. Yes, I've talked about this before. I'm going to talk about it again. The price of getting your driver's license here in Germany is absolutely outrageous. So I'm in the process of getting my driver's license right now. It's taking me a long time because I'm doing it sort of in steps, like not all at once. But anyway, guys, it's going to cost me so much money. It's going to cost me probably a maximum of 3,000 euros if I'm not like super fast at picking everything up. It will probably go up to about 3,000 euros, maybe even more to complete it if I'm super bad, which I probably will be. And that is a lot of money, 3,000 euros. I know some people have said that it only costed them 2,000 euros, which is still a lot of money, but a lot of people have told me that it cost them 3,000 euros. And I think that is absolutely outrageous. I think it's crazy. I can't believe that everyone in Germany who has their driver's license have had to pay 2,000 to 3,000 euros to get their license. And Germans don't seem to really care about it because they're used to it. It's normal to them. They're like, well, that's just what you pay for getting your driver's license. Well, in New Zealand, it costs you a couple of $100s to get your full driver's license. And yeah, that's a huge difference. So I am in my 30s and I am in a stage of my life where I can afford to pay that, even though it is still a lot of money for me and I don't want to have to pay that, but I have no choice. But what about the 18-year-olds going for their driver's license? Like, what 18-year-old is going to have 3,000 euros just lying around unless their parents pay for it? So what I'm thinking is that most of the time the German parents will pay for their kids' driver's license, which, yeah, it makes sense. That's probably what happens. If you're German and you're watching this, do you mind sharing whether you paid for your driver's license yourself or whether your parents paid for your driver's license? I'm just really curious about this. So anyway, guys, enough talking about things I hate about Germany, because to be quite honest, these are just super trivial, unimportant things in the grand scheme of things. And for everything I hate about Germany, there is like 100 things I love about Germany. And so that's why I really didn't want to have to make this kind of video, but I do want to keep it real on my channel and I want to share sort of both sides of my experiences in Germany. So if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I am expecting to be getting a few thumbs downs in this video, and that's okay as long as I don't get too many. I hope you can consider subscribing to my channel. Feel free to connect with me on Instagram, and I will see you again really soon. Bye!